Good afternoon, you failed abortions. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to cook in real life and not in Animal Crossing. What we're going to be making is a grilled cheese, guys, because as you know, we've been inside for almost a month. And has it been a month? I don't even know. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been so long, my head's going crazy, bro. My head's going crazy. That's actually demonetization terms in YouTube. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be cooking. This is crafting. This is Cooking with CraftyCarrot Part 2, Round 2, the sequel, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's been like, what, 3 years now? 3 years since I've cooked, so we're going to be cooking today. We're going to be doing that. Okay, let's go. Before we start, one common misconception with grilled cheese is that you have to incorporate mac and cheese somehow, and no, I don't mean that mac and cheese. The first step to any good grilled cheese is, of course, the cheese, and in this case, we would be using Mexican cheese. That's not Mexican cheese. Mexican cheese. Actually, you know what? Wait, never mind. We're not going to use that crap. We're going to use some good stuff. The good stuff that I picked up from the store about 2 days ago. That's right. This is red leaf Tillamook cheddar. No, that's a cat. Cat, shut up. I'm trying to make a grilled cheese here. We got to get another bag here. I know there's another bag here. There's a bag somewhere. Come on. Come on. It's under the tortilla. There it is. Okay. What the? Where did they go? What the? Oh, Jesus. I don't know where it went. The next thing you're going to need is a cheese grater. Unless you did something like the Mexican cheese where it's already grated up, you're going to need a cheese grater to grind up that block of cheese.
Yes, sir.
Then what you're going to need is a pan. Not exactly from the dishwasher like I did, because my all our pans were dirty, but just a pan that's about that flat and not too big and not too small. And then you want to also turn it like that because that's safety and not a fire hazard. Then what you want to do is you want to get a plate, not too big, or it doesn't really matter actually what kind of plate you get. You just want to get a plate so you can start grating up that cheese onto that plate and eventually put it onto the bread. Then you're going to need your bread. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what bread you use. Just don't use cinnamon bread or like raisin bread or something like that. Just a regular white whole wheat buttered bread, anything you want to use. From then on, you just want to start shredding your cheese using the cheese grater you have. I'll demonstrate right here. As you see, as I'm doing it, it's not rocket science. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. And then as I'm showing you, some pieces are actually too small to grate up because they're just like, they're the size of your fingernail. So in those cases, we're just going to leave those be. But the big pieces, you want to grate up like this. You want to do this for every single piece until they're down to the point where you can't really grate them anymore. Then what you want to do is you want to clean up your counter because you don't want your parents disowning you because you left cheese on their precious clean counter. Once you've done that, you want to go ahead and get another plate because now what you want to do is you want to butter your bread. Buttering bread really isn't that difficult unless you go crazy with the butter and you over butter the bread. Basically all you want to do is spread a nice thin coating of butter on the bread. Not too much, not too little, just so you see like a glaze of butter on that bread. And once you've done that, you can start putting your cheese on your bread. Basically all you want to do is just take the shredded cheese and the blocks of cheese that you have and just put it on the bread as best as you can. If you have too much, that's fine. More cheese is the better, I guess. Once you put all your cheese on your bread, you can go ahead and carry that over to your stove, and you can turn your stove to about the middle between low and medium. That's what I do. And once you've done that, you can put your two pieces of bread together. Make sure the buttered sides are up and down so that the butter sides go onto the pan. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and place it onto the pan. Right now, the grilled cheese needs to sit on the pan for about 3 minutes before you have to flip it over onto the other side. As you see, there's actually some extra cheese that I left, and basically you can just keep that for later. You don't have to really use all of it, but you'll see that I'll actually be using it. During these 3 minutes, you can wash your hands. Or you can submit your video application for the Autism Speaks program as I'm doing right here. Or as a more harsh option, you can go pick up your dog, pet the dog, and then do nothing. After about 3 minutes, it's time to flip over the grilled cheese. Now, what I'm going to do here is probably the stupidest move that you can ever do. I did this totally for a demonstration so you guys would learn, not just because I'm a retard. I use a fork and a knife to try and flip it over, and as I'm doing it, the fork pierces the bread and all the cheese falls out.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Once this is over, however, The grilled cheese is actually finished. It doesn't look that bad, honestly. It looks a little bit charred, but you know, all good grilled cheeses should look like that. They shouldn't be just completely white. You need to have some char on there to get that crunch, and it seems like I've accomplished that, so that's a win in my book. However, if you do end up with some burn on your grilled cheese, I really don't have any, I'm just demonstrating. If you do end up with some burn, you can take a knife, you can very lightly scrape off some of that char, if it's black, and it'll taste a lot better, because while some char is good, some char is bad, it'll taste bad, but in this case it's not that bad, so we're good. And finally, once it is all said and done, you can finally sit down, grab your favorite drink. In this case mine is the chocolate milk. You can sit down and you can finally chat on your masterpiece you created. Here I go for that bite. As you can see, I'm actually pretty satisfied with it. I would say this is my best yet because I put a lot more cheese on it. The more cheese you want, the better, because if you put too little, you won't really taste it. In this case, it's really good. The char is just actually really good. Even if I messed up, it seems like I really enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it. This was yesterday. I'm recording this voiceover a day later. The crunch of the grilled cheese, the swig of the chocolate milk, and I am satisfied with my lunch. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm coming back, by the way. So if you guys are hyped for more content in the future, please let me know. But other than that, this is CraftyCarrot signing out. I'll see you all in the next video. There's that grilled cheese. Thank you, Fast Me. Thank you for this great tutorial.